I'm very stressed. Hi, I'm Willie and this is the Breslin. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the Great Repot. So I know I've mentioned this in earlier videos, but there has been a heavy weight on my mind, all concerning the fact that I needed to repot almost every plant on the wall behind me. And I am happy to report I did it. A few days ago, we went through the arduous and labor-intensive process of pulling all of these plants from their original pots, shaking off the soil, mixing up a proprietary blend of better soil, and then carefully place them in their new homes. So my husband and I have lived in this house for over a year now, and one of our aspirations after moving in was finding a way to display a lot of our trailing houseplants and offer a lush and inviting environment of green on the stark and institutional vibes of our modern house, which I think is becoming softer all the time. Sometimes I feel like I'm great at starting projects, but I just can't land the plane. Someone very wise once told me that better is the enemy of good. So I'm kicking my perfectionism to the curb and getting my hands dirty, and here goes. The process was emotional. Work was hard and it took about a day, and my feelings now are radiating positivity, but at the time, it's kind of overwhelming. All right, so let's talk about the pots. These were quite an odyssey in and of themselves. We ended up ordering quite a few different sizes, but no surprise, we're obsessed with straight-sided, minimal, matte white pots. I can't take credit for finding these because my husband did, but they are from Amazon and the brand is Divine Dev. And as I mentioned, they offer a lot of sizes, and as of now, they come in matte white, matte black, and a terracotta color. I was impressed with the build quality, the thickness of the plastic, and how seamless the saucer rested on the bottom. It's because we're putting a lot of these on shelves. I wanted something lighter weight than the ceramic glazed white pots that we had before, because these ceramic pots are very heavy. And I worried about these IKEA lac shelves. These pots were a revision once they were unboxed, and I had so much fun setting them out in different sizes. They're kind of like Russian nesting dolls. Their price is right, their weight, fit, and feel is awesome, and they're readily available and they ship free via Amazon Prime. Now I want to tell you a little bit about this soil that my husband and I use to repot these plants. Now I have a tendency to underwater and Nick has a tendency to overwater, so we definitely needed something that was pretty specific that could handle both of these challenging oversights in our plant care regime. And this is a 4-part ratio. It's 2 parts of the Miracle Gro, it's 1 part of the Miracle Gro orchid mix, and 1 part of perlite. We added some worm castings to help these plants along since it's springtime. This blend is easy to handle and it's great to repot with because it has a nice light and airy feel, and it's always encouraging drainage, which is my mantra. The next part is like an amusement park ride if the park's theme was domestic maintenance and banalities. So I'm going to speed up some of this footage of me repotting these individual plants, but you know, I want to document on the internet of my equity. Personally, I enjoy activities like this and watching them back. It kind of gives me a parasocial rush, so I hope that you feel the same, and if not, you can always scrub forward. Just a little bit of pre-planning here, putting down a drop cloth to save this rug. Now we're diving into the global green pothos, which has quite the cascade of leaves. Next up, we have the Monstera adansonii. This is an Enjoy pothos. Here's a little Dracaena. It's very, very cute. This one is one of my favorites. It is a variegated Hoya rope plant. This is the Silver Streak Pothos. It is a new trending tropical from Costa Farms. This is a string of pearls, and truthfully, I'm not that big a fan of it. This is my regular Hoya rope plant. This thing has been so resilient, and it's been at death's door like 5 times. But it's still trucking along. This is a succulent my mom gave me. It was spray painted glow in the dark green, but it has since recovered. Now it seems a lot happier. Here's a Sansevieria whale fin, aka shark fin. This plant had a baby. I was so proud. I gave it to my friends. This is a Calathea network. I've had this plant for about 3 years. I took the opportunity to prune some of the leaves, and I just love this. This is a white bird of paradise, and I'm taking that large chopstick to kind of break the seal between the roots and the pot, which worked pretty well. I added just a little bit of orchid bark for aesthetic. Here's a variegated pothos that was on a pole and then just got kind of weird, so I decided to cut it up and make some new propagations and put them into one of the new pots. Here's my fiddle leaf fig. There were 2 plants placed in one pot, and I should have separated these, but more on that later. This turned out great. These plants are happier, they're healthier, and they're ready for an aesthetic summer. What could be better than that? I'm just gonna walk around and show you these plants and kind of give you the lay of the land of our green wall. I have a feeling this summer that my wanderlust and search for the perfect plant will lead to a few more purchases, but hopefully they're considered because, you know, there's limited space up there. All right, let me show you around, come on. All right, so up first here we have our Calathea network. This thing, besides a little browning at the edges of the leaves, is doing great, and it is growing like a weed. This Monstera adansonii really needs a little shot in the arm. Hopefully with the new potting mix, it can dry out a little bit better and the yellowing leaves will not continue, but you know, we've given it a fighting chance, and I will admit my apathy in the situation. This string of pearls is looking better all the time, and I hope that its growth continues throughout the summer. This was my transplanting and chopping of this pothos. I really hope that it takes roots. Here's one of the newer to our brood, the silver streak pothos, and it looks decently healthy, but its roots are very minimal. I think it's a very new soul to the world. I do love the way this plant looks. It's just weird. I like weird stuff. Pothos really surprised me because it has been working on its root system and looks a lot more lush than when I put it in that ceramic pot, and now that I've repotted it, I really appreciate how full it is. It almost looks like a wig, like a big head of hair. Maybe I should draw a smiley face on the pot. It's a mini fiddle leaf fig. Monstera Peru, slightly more pissed off, more yellowing on a few leaves that were kind of having that issue before. Honestly, I don't think I'm that good at taking care of it. It seems to elude me. My two Hoyas are happy now that they're installed in slightly bigger pots. The Moonlight Philodendron is shining with its clown friend. And this one, I added 2 stakes to the side, so it should be a lot more stable. I'm excited to see how it grows in. The Enjoy Pothos, shining like a beacon. Hopefully it gets more sun to encourage some variegation. It does have a lot of green intermix now, which doesn't bother me. The Global Green is hanging in there. It seems to be growing longer all the time, and it's done well in the new soil, and I haven't found any leaves yellowing. That is pretty much the gist of everything. Also, I'm obsessed with my shirt. So that's about all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me. I'm going to be making a video about the styling of this wall. Around here at the Breslin house, our style is changing. We're moving away from the starkly minimal and headed into organic expression. We're not going maximal, but we are adding in more eclectic pieces that sort of just bring joy to our lives. And that's a good mission. This is a very new channel, and if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps me out. If you'd like to hang out on the regular, you can also hit that subscribe button as well. I know that I do with you. I know I need more friends. Take care of yourself and your plants, if you have any, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.